bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Glad to be part of your Wednesday. This is the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Chois, Woodman. Oh, I forgot to turn the fan off.
You did? I'll go get it.
Jeff McGuire. I just noticed it. We're supposed to turn it off, and it's a really powerful fan that you could probably hear through the mics. But thank you, Jeff. We're hanging with you till 3 o'clock today.
I mean, you could fly with that fan.
The Score.
You could put that on an airplane, and like it would have to be a light, like a light aircraft, a super light. I think is what they're called.
I don't know where that came from,
but that's a
great fan.
That is a fan.
Hey, when you've got your house 78 degrees in the summer,
I've got a pretty good fan.
Home.
I got a pretty good fan running. Yeah.
I don't have a fan.
I'm
like
interested in more fans though, and that is something that could be looked at. I've thought about getting like a swamp cooler for the back porch when I'm back there, waiting for Indy to not be tired of laying in the sun. My dumb dog. 102.
Don't say dumb.
He wants to lay in the sun.
You know, it happens.
Yeah, everybody else is dodging for air-conditioned shade. My dog in the middle of the backyard, just sitting there as happy as a clam.
You know, I think you're pretty psycho for a few of your sports takes at times, Jeff, but nothing is more psycho about you than your...
It's 78.
Putting it at 78 while you're home.
Yeah.
I mean, I get the people that'll crank it up when they leave the house, but 78. That makes me sweat in uncomfortable parts just thinking about it.
Okay. I will also say, this part got glossed over yesterday. If you were coming over, if Evelyna, who was coming over, she's now running the board for us, or Lucas was coming over.
Yes.
I would drop the temperature down to 75. There's no reason my guests need to be frustrated. Okay. Like, I'm not a monster. But if it's just me, I can be in shorts and a T-shirt with ceiling fans on and be fine. I drink a lot of water, but I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm not torturing anybody else.
That's still crazy.
I work here. I can't afford $1,000 electric bill.
I get it. I get that part.
And I know it won't be $1,000, but I saw what my electric bill was last month, and I'm trying not to repeat that number.
This text, has the station format changed? The two retirees have taken over Jamie's time slot this morning. Chuck is one of the hardest working people in the building. He's not a retiree, but Jamie's just been
on vacation.
Vacationing. Yeah.
You should be back tomorrow.
That's the plan. I thought we said that yesterday, but he'll be back. He'll be back. So, yeah, this is just summertime. It's musical chairs around here because some people take vacations. Not me, but, you know. Also, we're basking in Kansas Jayhawks basketball mecca, lauding their Hall of Fame for all sports, bleeding red and blue. That's just Chuck. That's not. Was Craig doing that?
He was also discussing how it was a very good Hall of Fame.
Okay.
And I imagine it is. There's a lot of history there that if you are a college basketball fan just in general, would be good to see.
This texter says, 78, don't invite me to your terrarium.
Again,
That's about right.
Again, if you were coming over, it would be cooler. But it's just me and the dog, and he would like it to be 100, apparently. Which is why he doesn't get a vote.
Someone says, I have a couple of high school stuff I want to pass along.
Okay.
This is from Mr. B. First one is that there are apparently some forms you got to fill out to be eligible to play sports. I don't remember having to sign anything when I was in high school.
Oh, God, I did.
That's the rank 1 stuff. I've still got to do 2 of my kids. The second thing, there is a high school here in Texas called Hayes, but they are charging athletes to play sports there. First sport is $175, second sport is $90, third sport's $50. I've never seen that, but I'm not too big of a fan of that. I don't know what their setup's like.
Yeah, that's a school budget thing.
I mean, we have to pay. I'll say we have to pay dues basically to booster club type of
Oh
stuff.
God, there's so much booster
Like
stuff.
we had to pay dues for stuff where we're at. I think
You're talking about as a parent. I'm talking about as a kid. There was so much booster stuff that we had to do.
I'm talking about as a parent, we're having to pay this for our kid so they can have meals on this trip.
Yeah.
So they can have this and that. So it is, maybe that's included and Hayes just doesn't.
Do the other stuff? Yeah.
Just doesn't show it the
don't know enough
the
about
same.
it.
But I don't know enough. I know having 4 kids is expensive. I know playing sports is expensive. I know how all of it works. But I'm with you. Having the kids play, especially if it ever deters any kids from playing sports, that's what I would hate.
Oh,
Hopefully they have some scholarship situations and stuff like that. If I would hope. I'd hope that's the case. But not sure. Not sure. All right. Y'all keep your comments coming in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. You gonna have some wiener cake?
Am I going to have what?
Wiener cake.
The heck is that?
Oscar Mayer is celebrating their 90th anniversary of the Wienermobile this weekend
Okay.
with wiener cakes.
So is it like a cake shaped like the Wienermobile?
You know, that's what I would have guessed, but not so much.
Is it a hot dog of some sort?
It is basically a bunch of hot dogs arranged around a 2-tier cake with ketchup mustard colored confetti.
What?
There's also a Wienermobile cake topper. They are making these available for a limited time this weekend, but of course, not here in Lubbock, Texas.
Sure.
Only in New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago.
That makes sense because, you know,
Big cities.
there aren't big cities in Texas or anything.
Wienermobile was created in Chicago
Yeah.
in 1936 to lift American spirits during the Great Depression.
Hey, listen. When I see the Wienermobile from Oscar Mayer,
It lifts your spirits.
I smile.
This is what said cake is looking like.
That's weird.
So there's actual cake surrounded by
That's weird.
hot dogs.
And I like hot dogs. That's weird.
When it comes to food, I'm mostly a try anything once guy.
That looks weird.
I think I'd try a wiener cake. Evelyna, you in? She says no.
And she's like, I'm not even turning the mic on to tell you
Do
no.
you even eat hot dogs? Some people just don't eat hot dogs.
No,
Okay.
I do not.
I'm a hot dog over burger guy. Like at a cookout, I would rather have hot dogs than burgers.
Yeah, that's not me at all.
Some of that
To
is
each their own, but
if you overcook a hot dog, you get the char on it right. Like that's the signal that immediately I need to get the hot dog off of there. That adds flavor to it. If you overcook the burger, it's done. Like the error range is so much less on a hot dog. I mean, so much greater on a hot dog than it is on a burger.
I think you're right. Like there's foods with high ceilings and low floors,
Yeah.
but that's the opposite on a burger. Well, no, there's a high ceiling on a burger, but it's a
low floor.
Yeah, that is.
It's
That's what I was trying to say. I said it right.
Yeah.
Low floor.
The hot dog has a high ceiling and a high floor.
See, to me, the hot dog's just the safe guy.
Yeah,
It's got a high floor but a low ceiling. Like it's not gonna be great, but it's never gonna be terrible. It's hard to really screw it up. So it's kind of like when you go to a barbecue restaurant. The sausage is usually the safe thing. That's the safe thing.
Yeah.
Not often is it the best option. Brisket is the dangerous one because you can
I
have.
think ribs are the dangerous one.
Oh, I think ribs are.
Because you can fix brisket with sauce.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you had to fix it.
See,
But if you can't get the meat off the bone because it's so tough on a rib,
I guess. I was thinking, but brisket, I mean, you can screw up a brisket.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah,
can
yeah,
burn
yeah.
a brisket and dry it out super fast. So that's the dangerous thing.
also, why would you do that to a brisket? It didn't do anything wrong.
I don't know.
That's expensive too.
Ask Lincoln Riley. And it is expensive. Goodness gracious. Are we going to get a matchup with him? It felt like that thing was going to happen, and then it has.
I don't know, dude. I kept waiting for that to happen and happen and happen, and
It was
nothing
going
ever
to
did.
happen, then the Brendan Sorsby stuff hit the fan. And then we haven't heard anything since. So.
Yeah. I don't know. That's a great question.
I mean, Lincoln Riley still loves it here. Probably. I've seen him maybe twice since he's been at USC. Here in Lubbock. But he's got family still here, obviously. Y'all keep your thoughts coming in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Bottom line continues on 100.7 Score.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Poof! It's a magic trick. Snead just turned into Jeff McGuire. I'm Chois Woodman. Evelyna across the way. We've removed the intern tag, right? Is that correct? Okay.
She's paid employee. That's what I said.
Paid employee.
Yeah. She's Evelyna paid employee? EPE? We had BPE before.
I think that
we had Brennan paid employee.
Yeah, EPE.
And now she's EPE.
EPE! Evelyna paid employee.
All right.
There you go.
I'm sorry, everybody.
She's bringing us.
I apologize, and I'll start this off by apologizing to everybody. I did not read I read my calendar correct. I just had the show on the wrong day.
It happens. It happens. You are going Chubbs Peterson on us today.
What? My orange shirt?
Well, you got the gator on the shirt.
I got a gator. Yeah.
You might lose a hand later. We don't know. We'll see. Evelyna is going to bring us our question today.
Thank you.
At 1:30.
When the show started, you know where I was?
Probably at lunch.
Literally around the corner. I was literally around the corner. But
you didn't make very good time then, Snead.
The problem was, me and one of my cohorts over at UMB Bank, you can count on more. We were driving we had gone to see a customer right around the corner.
Uh-huh.
And we were driving, and I saw a text, and I saw another text, and then I heard the show start, and then I was like, that's when I started looking at stuff, and I said, I'm on tomorrow. And then I pulled up a text, and
not on tomorrow.
I'll be hornswoggled if I'm not here today.
Hornswoggled.
Yeah.
Well, he is here.
Hornswoggled a horse name? I declare hornswoggled horse name.
I actually think we've had it in the mix before.
Hornswoggled?
That's the hard thing when we've had 200 horses in the total list over each year. But if it hasn't been in the official race, it can, and it hasn't. It can. Yeah, it can make its way back into the
hornswoggled.
The mix. Hornswoggled will go right underneath. Ample example: September goulash, fat flakes, and ruptured manhood.
Fat flakes. Ruptured manhood was from my show, wasn't it?
I think so.
I didn't say it either.
No, I think I did. It happens.
You were showing me the example of the fat flakes. I mean, the ruptured manhood.
What? Would you please clarify? How was I showing you the example of?
It was on TV.
It was a
video.
It was a
video, and you showed me the YouTube video
of the A's guy who fouled one off of
his manhood.
That stuff. All right, we gotta get away from that probably.
Pourquoi?
Because it's lunchtime. People are eating. I don't want to make some guy throw up from the pain thought. See your boy Josh Pastner? Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Okay, Josh Pastner.
What did he do?
Former Memphis and Georgia Tech coach. He's been on TV for the last couple of seasons, I want to say. He had to walk back some statements, basically. He was on an interview last week with KTNV in Las Vegas. And the coach, who's in his second season, announced he was seeking an investor who could help the Rebels compete in the NIL era. Using the potential for the city of Las Vegas and someday land an NBA franchise as his launching off point, he offered a more economical solution. He said, I've told the people, why buy an NBA team? Buy the college basketball team. You can be the owner of the UNLV running Rebels men's basketball team, and it's a lot less expensive. Goes on to say, basically, you give us $10 million and we'll call you the owner of of UNLV. He probably overstepped some bounds here.
I mean,
a smidge, but I think his point came across. Give me money, which is what a lot of coaches are having to do right now. We need money so we can compete. He did go on to clarify. Oh, he said $12 million.
$12 million. I mean, he's basically going about $2 million a player.
He said if you have a $12 million check, you can compete against Kentucky, Duke, Arizona, UCLA for any player you want.
Well, for any player, one player. But, I mean, you need to have a roster. I mean, because you think about this, reports say that Toppin's at $4 million.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be shocked if he's the only player at $4 million on our roster.
I would think he is. I think he is right now.
Christian's gone, so.
Yeah, I think you've got a couple others that are well into the seven figures, but I don't think you're getting. I think JT Toppin is your highest paid player. Yeah. I believe that. Now, what does it look like next week after some of this 5-for-5 stuff goes through? I don't know.
I'm very interested to see what happens because I think.
Do you have any expectations that it's anything but them getting a pass to play? Stillwell from UCF,
I think these guys are.
Right?
I expect that we'll start seeing Stillwell. We'll start seeing Darian Williams, and
I mean Darian's still posting stuff from Tex Gym on TikTok last night.
Yeah.
So at this point, I expect to have those two players at minimum on your team.
And you have those two guys,
pretty good pieces.
Yeah. You've improved your lie.
People are talking about.
I'm not a huge fan of Darian Williams coming back. I'm not at all. But I'm also, remember, they've made it transactional, so I'll make it transactional. We're paying you to play, so we'll play.
So I expect those two players. Like right now, I would be surprised if those two are not on your roster.
Mm-hmm.
The one that's very interesting that people are talking about is Donovan Atwell.
That is an interesting one as well.
Who's already played in the NBA Summer League.
Well, as we have seen, that's
not
that big of a problem for some people.
No. So he is. Hopefully, what I'm hoping for Atwell, as much as I want him, would love to have his sharp shooting left hand back. I'm hoping he signs on with the Bulls or whoever and actually gets to play in the NBA because I think they're one thing that translates to the NBA all the time is the ability to shoot the basketball.
Yep.
If he can stand in the corner and shoot threes, he will find success in the NBA. And I think he is one that absolutely can because he's got a quick release, and I think he's probably staying put. But that is a possibility. People are floating out there and could be real, or you even get him back. So, once again, maybe Grant McCaslin, his name is kind of Irish, is part leprechaun, but because it does seem like, people panic every spring about what his roster's looking like or early summer, and then by the basketball season, he's put together a really good roster. So, I don't know, maybe there's some luck involved, or it's just, he knew this was coming all along. He knew things the rest of us didn't. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But it does look like that the roster is trending towards, this is going to turn out pretty well.
Yeah.
We'll see. Anyway, back to Pastner. Pastner went on to say, right now, if another school offers someone $1 million and our budget only allows us $100,000, it doesn't matter how much the kid likes me. Which is true. It's true. So I get the point that Pastner's trying to make at UNLV, basically anywhere that's not spending money. I get the point. Saying you can buy the UNLV Rebels, his administration made him apologize and clarify his comments, which I can understand that.
I can too.
I thought it was kind of funny.
Why a coach at any school would make that kind of statement? It's.
Yeah, well, because They don't have money. I mean, we saw Kenny Dillingham, bigger school, Arizona State, doing it last year. We need people to stroke us some checks. He said that like 15 times in one interview. Stroke us a check. Stroke us a check.
And making it very transactional.
We need people to do it. And the reality is we've got it good in Lubbock. Especially for football.
Well, we really do have it good in Lubbock, and
Where you're not having to have people beg for it.
Yeah, we shouldn't take what we have for granted. We've got it good in 2 sports, and hopefully, by the grace of God, we'll have it good in a 3rd sport. Well, we have it good in a 3rd sport, a 4th sport.
Y'all keep your thoughts coming in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. We roll on to our number 2 next on 100.7 The Score.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It's a Wednesday afternoon on the Bottom Line, 100.7 The Score, on the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Rolling on to our numero dos with the Bottom Line. Also on television, Fox 34 News Now. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
YouTube, Fire Stick, Roku.
Oh, Mom.
That's Chris Snead. I'm Chois
Mom.
Woodman.
Mama.
Mom, can you give me a sandwich?
Mom. Mommy. Mama.
Mom bought my dinner last night.
Really?
Or Mom and Dad.
Wait a second.
So it was good.
What, is there a kink in the armor over there at Woodman Estates? There's something going on over there?
They just bought me dinner because they're in town. So
You should be buying dinner for everybody.
I offered. I'm at the age where I offer, and I do. Like I've bought it a few times, but most of the time they insist. They want to be nice, really nice parents, and they are. So we'll get into a few different things over the next couple hours. Athalon has posted their Big 12 tiers. Tiers of 12.
Like
Okay.
the tiers?
The tiers in the conference.
TIERS?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not TEARS. That's mostly
Baylor.
Baylor.
Iowa State.
Right.
Colorado.
That could be its own tier. So I want you to tell me. I'll give you the tier name.
Oh, I get to have. Oh,
And
yes.
You get to tell me who belongs.
Yes.
And we'll tell you where
All
where we agree and disagree with them. Tier 1, the favorites.
Tech.
They are in there.
Oh, is this mine or theirs?
I want you to guess who.
Who they say?
Or no, you tell me who should be in there.
Tech.
Then that would be the favorite.
Yes.
If you're
End of list.
you cut the
End
S
of
off.
list.
I disagree because I do think there is another one. There's a favorites to get to the conference title game.
I think someone's going to have to get to the conference title game.
Someone else has to play
get
against
there.
Texas
So I
Tech.
guess you have to have favorites. I think Arizona could get there. I also think there's a path for Utah and BYU.
So who would you put in your favorites tier?
I really, at that point, I probably am going to go. Utah.
Tech and BYU are the two that they have.
Okay, that's just easy and lazy.
Tier 2. Well, I think that's you're not trying to go crazy on this. You're trying to be correct.
You're trying to. Which 2 schools have the biggest alumni bases here? Okay, yeah.
Well, I think those are the two. Like those are the Vegas favorites right now.
Yeah.
Tier 2, playoff contenders. I don't like the word on that.
I don't like
the
that
name.
because
if
that
you're
is
not winning the Big 12, you're highly unlikely to be a playoff contender.
So I'm assuming this is the Utah-Arizona range right here.
Incorrect.
Really?
Half of it's right.
Utah, but not Arizona?
Utah and Houston is who they have.
I think Houston is fraudulent.
They have Houston as the third-ranked team in this conference.
Yeah, I think Houston is absolutely and completely fraudulent.
But why?
I think that Connor Wegman is a fraud at quarterback.
I think Willie Fritz is a good coach, and they've got a good defense.
Okay, and that.
I don't think they're a fraud. I don't think they will compete that much in Lubbock.
I think they're going to be double-digit beat in Lubbock.
Yeah. So, Utah, Houston are the two next ones. Then they've got Tier 3 dark horse Big 12 title contenders.
Arizona.
Arizona is one of them.
There's more than one?
Yeah, contenders. Yep.
It's not. Okay, I'm going to go with everyone's favorite sexy pick right now is Oklahoma State.
You're correct.
Yeah. That is.
Who would you put in this tier? Arizona, or you would have probably had.
I would have had Arizona higher.
Okay. So you'd have had Arizona in the next tier up.
I would have probably had BYU in this one because I don't think BYU is going to be. I think they have lost too much.
What about where does Houston belong? This tier or lower?
I think lower. I am not buying the hype of Willie Fritz and Houston. I am not buying it. And if I'm wrong, I'll be wrong. But they're going to be one of those teams. This is a team that was getting beat on the road at Oregon State last year and had to come from behind to beat those guys. And then I just have a hard time buying that this is a team that's going to all of a sudden, Connor Wegman's going to all of a sudden figure it out. He didn't figure it out at A&M. He didn't figure it out at Houston last year. He's not going to figure it out next year.
They've got Kansas State, Arizona State, Oklahoma State, and TCU all in the dark horse Big 12 title contenders.
Excuse me while I go over here and throw up in my mouth a little bit.
Who's that for?
All of the above. Dark horses? Dark horses for the Big 12? Kansas State?
Oh, I think I would put them there. I think they're in a situation.
Avery?
Their schedule is favorable.
All right.
And Avery Johnson is in an offense that will fit him with Colin Klein.
Did they say that last year?
No, I didn't. Matt Wells was the offensive coordinator last year.
That's true.
Colin Klein.
Can I tell you something funny?
Colin Klein is running the show.
Can I tell you something funny? Facebook wants me to be friends with Coach Matt Wells really, really bad.
Then do it. Just click OK.
I don't know why. First of all, why does Coach Matt Wells have a Facebook page?
I don't know.
And why does Facebook want me to be friends with him?
I think I'm friends with him. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Tier 4 should reach a bowl game. So should be a 6-win team.
This is where I would have the Houstons, the Oklahoma States, the TCUs, the Kansas States.
They've got West Virginia and Kansas.
West Virginia?
That's how I'd say Kansas.
Kansas also. West Virginia. I don't understand why Oklahoma State is getting just unprecedented love from across the country because they brought a team. Yeah, sure. They basically brought up an entire team of players that went 10-2 at North Texas. But now you're playing in the Big 12, and you don't get to play. Tulsa next week.
I think it's fine. Eric Morris also has won a lot wherever he's been.
Yeah, I get that. I like Eric Morris as much as anybody. But this whole idea that all of a sudden they're going to be dark horses to win the conference, and come on. This is a team that hadn't won a conference game in 2 years. 2 years. You, me, Lucas, Evelyna, we have as many wins in conference as Oklahoma State does in the last 2 years.
And the final tier needs a few breaks to reach a postseason.
This is a. Can I just say this? This is a horse blank list.
Baylor, Cincinnati, Colorado, UCF, and Iowa State. These are all teams that they think will not make a bowl.
They lost me when they said that Houston was outside to go to a playoff. They lost me. And then, it's dark horse to win the conference, Oklahoma State. Come on, fraudulent list. Let's go.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Happy to be part of your Wednesday. This is the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score. Rolling with you till 3 o'clock this afternoon. We are exactly 1 month from college football getting underway. It'll be about halftime this time a month from now in the TCU North Carolina game. That's Chris Snead. I'm Chois Woodman. Intern Evelyna across the way. Sorry. No longer intern Evelyna.
EPE.
EPE. Evelyna and paid employee across the way. And no pressure here, but this is a sacred part of the show. And she's got the question of the day.
Time now for Jamie's question of the day on 100.7 The Score. Brought to you by someone not named Jamie and presented by Connecticut of West Texas. Life's hard, your water shouldn't be.
Okay, so
Okay.
my question of the day is, which Tech football player that was drafted in this past spring do you think will have the best NFL season this year?
That's a good question. You got a few options here.
You know, the funny part about it is it's hard for a DN to really come in and make that type of a immediate,
Yep.
but it's not as hard for a linebacker. And that's they can scheme a DN right out of a game. I mean, they can scheme a dude right out of that game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can run away from them, you can double team them, you can make life hard. But when they do stuff like that, what does it usually do? It opens up a linebacker. So I think that that linebacking core of the Dolphins is pretty salty right now, just with them and Jordan Brooks. But I think that Jake Rodriguez probably have a very, very solid first rookie year.
I think there are 4 real options here for year one. Bailey is a co-favorite to win the Defensive Rookie of the Year award.
Mm-hmm.
Rodriguez is not too far down the list on that. I think Lee Hunter will have an opportunity, but when that's the least flashy position, interior defensive line, you can be doing great and not put up good numbers.
Yeah, the numbers, it's just hard for numbers to be shown at
There's only
D-tackle.
a handful of guys in the league that do it. One of them, Vita Vea, is out there on the market. But there's only a handful of guys that are interior linemen. And then Romello Hyde's getting a lot of talk out in San Francisco.
Yeah. He's kind of undersized, but he's going to be that kind of stand-up outside linebacker hybrid.
I think he's going to have some success this year.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's going to be on the field enough to surpass the other guys.
Well, he's going to
pretty well a third round.
He's going to have to learn to cover in the NFL. And this is going to sound weird for a guy that had his hand in the ground, but a guy like him is going to have to learn to cover in space. And the type of defense that he's going to be successful in, he's going to have to learn to cover in space.
So your answer was Jacob Rodriguez. I'm going to be boring and go with the defensive rookie of the year favorite and go with David Bailey. Okay. I do think that he's going to get a lot of opportunity to rush the passer, though I think Jacob Rodriguez may be a starter too.
Oh, I think I would.
I just don't know that there's going to be as many tackles to go around when the NFL's leading tackler is who he'd be playing alongside.
Yeah.
What about you, Evelyna? Who are you picking?
I would say probably David Bailey, just because he is the number 2 overall pick, and
Sure.
they're going to give him any and every opportunity to succeed. And then I do think Romello Hyde could have a good role for the 49ers.
The question is, you got 3 guys that were drafted on offense. I don't think anybody's expecting Baron Morton to do anything this year because, he was a 7th-round pick and be a backup or a third string in New England. Of the 2 receivers, Douglas and Virgil, Douglas with the Dolphins and Virgil with the Cardinals, which of those 2 guys do you think will have a better rookie season?
Virgil is getting they're talking him up so much in Arizona right now. And
someone's got to throw to him.
Yeah, that's the question.
To bring in Cooper Rush in Arizona. So
my question was that who's going to throw to him?
Yeah.
But they are talking up that they love him so much out there. I don't know. It's. I'm going to go Douglas.
I think Douglas is probably the easier answer. Oh, Cooper Rush went to the Falcons. I said that wrong.
Wah, wah.
Wrong birdie. Wrong red and black bird. Because Tua got hurt, right? That's what happened this week. But yeah, still, someone's got to throw to him out in Arizona regardless. I think Douglas is the easier answer, but I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. I think either one will be solid, but we'll see. Good question, Evelyna. Y'all continue to bring in thoughts on the AIDS Flooring Center chat line. Resident Aggie says, Rob disagrees with me, but Snead has seen him in action. Wegman's not a good quarterback. Snead is right about Houston.
Oh,
now, Resident Aggie's
Wegman. I mean,
a little jaded.
Here's the deal. I'd say this if Wegman was sitting in here, dude. You're not good. There's a reason why you're at Houston and not A&M anymore, because you're not good.
I think he's
a steaming pile of average.
No, I think he's what he needs to be for that Houston team. Now, in the game against Tech, he basically quit.
He quit. he tapped out. He said, "Can I get out? Can you get somebody?"
He got beat up a lot in that game, and he's like, "Yeah, I think."
And what makes you think? So take that. That was on his own turf. Now, granted, there were 60% Tech fans there. What's he going to do when it's 90% Tech fans?
I think he'll look the same in this game.
I think he's going to tap out earlier.
But I think the majority of the games in the Big 12, he's going to be able to win them as a quarterback. He's got a good enough defense around him. I think he's still going to be a 9 or 10 win quarterback in the Big 12. I don't think it's hard to call a guy not a good quarterback or a bad quarterback.
I didn't say he was a bad quarterback.
You never said bad.
I said he was a steaming pile of average.
It's hard when a guy can win double-digit football games to say he's not good.
I didn't say he wasn't good.
He's good enough.
I said he was a steaming pile of average.
I think he's good enough for that team.
Steaming pile of average.
And maybe we're saying the same thing in just different words. Because I'm saying good enough. That doesn't say he's good. I'm not going out on a limb enough to say he's good or great. But I think he's somewhere in between what you're saying and good. I don't think he's average, but is there something between average and good? I'm sure. Maybe just splitting hairs here.
Okay. He threw for...
What's in between good and average?
Connor Wegman last year against
Serviceable?
Oregon State. 20 of 36 for 270 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Okay.
That was against Oregon State.
Fine. That's the bad example. They played bad against Oregon State.
Malik Murphy, Oregon State's quarterback, 20 of 33 for 201 yards, 101 touchdowns.
That's an exception game. Go with...
What's the exception? That team got smoked. That team got taken out behind the woodshed behind us.
They played poor in that game. Go to games that Houston played well in.
I mean, Houston, they won. I mean, a week after we literally, donkey tropped these guys. They had to come from behind to win 27-24. Now, granted, we had to go there this year.
I think Wegman is going to struggle against Texas Tech again, but that is against an elite defense. I mean, we are talking top-tier, upper-shelf defense.
Okay.
You don't judge a quarterback on his overall product, his overall...
No, I don't. I'm not saying
against an elite defense. How did he do the rest of the year? I think he did fine, did decent against the rest of the Big 12 when he's not facing Texas Tech.
His QBR in that game was 45.
The Tech one or the
Houston one? The Houston-Oregon State game.
Oregon State.
You know what Malik Murphy's QB rating was in that game?
110.
50.
Oh. That's a great game right there. Right.
I'm just saying. I mean, you're talking about how he looked against a good defense. I'm just showing you how he looked against a bad defense.
Okay. Now let's pick the other games. Nah, we probably won't. We're spending way too much time on Connor Wegman. Because why, Snead?
Because he's a steaming pile of average.
I was hoping you'd say that. We got the dad
55-gallon drums of average Wegman.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It is that time for Tell Me I'm Wrong, part of the Bottom Line on 100.7 Score and the 100.7 Score mobile app. Chois, Woodman, Chris Snead, Lucas White, all hanging with you for the next 30 minutes or so. Keep your thoughts, comments, questions coming in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line through that 100.7 The Score mobile app. All right, fellas. I'm here to tell you today that the most likely player that has not been on preseason All Big 12 lists, the most likely player that did not land on that to end up on the postseason list for Texas Tech this year is Will Hammond. Tell me I'm wrong.
I can't tell you you're wrong on about that. I actually think that it's probably the safest bet this year that Will Hammond is going to end up on because the reality is the quarterback of the team that goes 12-0 this year, by osmosis, is going to be
oftentimes.
Yeah.
Often, you had a quarterback that was 11-1. I guess he didn't start one of those games, but you had a quarterback that was 10-1 last year. No, he didn't get the loss, so he was 11-0 technically in the starts, and he didn't get the nod. So I don't know that it's a guarantee, especially in a league with 16 teams. But I think you've got enough questions at quarterback throughout the league. You got a lot of good, but not great. That I just think Will Hammond has the best opportunity to end up on that list of any guy that's not there. I've got one on the defensive side I'll give you in a little bit. But Lucas, would you like to tell me I'm wrong?
No. But I do think one player that we have mentioned already, I agree with Chris. Micah will definitely have a tremendous season.
Yep.
I think I agree with him as well. I don't think he'll have that 1,000-yard year, but you can be a major contributor and not rack up thousands of yards. You don't have to be involved in every play. But he's got the willpower, and he's got the desire to prove that he belongs out there with everybody else. And I think the hunger for him taking the next step from last season, I'll be surprised if Hudson doesn't impress a whole lot of people here, not just locally, but nationally.
I think Hudson's a good answer. I think on the defensive side, for me, it's Amir Boyd. I think Bryce Pollock is going to get a whole lot of balls not thrown his way this year, which means Amir Boyd will get a few more targets his direction, and I liked what he did for you last year, but a year older, year more experience, I think he's gonna show up pretty well. So Boyd is probably my answer on the defensive side. I think Hudson's an option. I think Hammond is an option, as the texter says here. Quentin Joyner is the most likely.
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
he's going
so
into a
full
position where there's two other guys that are already known quantities. He's going to – and the more likely scenario is that his inclusion in that running back room this year – it takes away from the other two guys' success they had previous years.
Yep.
Now Jacoby is going to get his based on the returner game, being that known quantity. But I think that he actually could make it harder for Cam Dickey to receive.
Yeah, I think that's going to be part of the deal. Is Cam Dickey's going to get some rest?
Yeah.
This year at times, I truly think there will be times where it's hey, this is your series type of thing, and you go maybe 1 for 1 there. I don't know. Cam Dickey's earned what he's gotten up to this point.
Yep.
Cam Dickey was excellent for you last year. He is an all-conference caliber back again this year. And I think Jacoby Williams is just as much deserving. So when people say it's the best running back room in the country, it's not an exaggeration.
I don't think you're exaggerating one bit.
You've got 3 all-conference caliber backs in the backfield that you're going to have to figure out how to feed those guys. So, yeah, Hudson is probably the right answer for receivers. I don't know. What if Coy Aiken goes off? You might already know what you have with Coy Aiken up to this point, but he could have a bigger role this year. So, we'll see. But like the reason my statement was what it was is basically what you're saying, what you said earlier. The best quarterback on the best team gets more attention.
Yeah.
He's still got to be good, and he's still got to be more than serviceable, but I think he has the capability to do that. As Steven says, they're not minivans, they're SUVs.
SUVs have bigger tires, and we actually talked about this during the break. You know, the car companies got really, really smart in the late 80s and decided that men, especially men like me, weren't going to drive station wagons anymore.
No shaggin' wagons?
No, and we weren't going to drive the grocery getters. And, you know, the Caravan, you remember when it came out, that it revolutionized everything, and it really replaced the station wagon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for whatever reason, dads seemed to like to drive station wagons because it was the old family truckster, the grocery getter, and the minivans come out, and dads were like, nah, I ain't driving that. Not driving that deal.
Nah, dog.
You know,
that door
so
slides.
they said, hey, what are we going to do? Let's do this. Let's take a station wagon. Let's put it on a truck chassis. Let's give it big tires and call it an SUV. What's an SUV? It's a sport utility vehicle. What? Dad wants that. And now Dad wants that. They basically took the Bronco, which they all had, and said, let's make it longer. Let's give it 4 doors. Let's go for it. And the next thing you know, the Ford Explorer was born.
Mr. B says, I know people need something to talk about, especially sports personalities before football season really gets going. But Michelle Smallman made one of the dumbest comments of the year. She said that with the confidence that the Chiefs would finish last, she said with confidence the Chiefs would finish last in their division. Isn't the Raiders still in that division? Why say that? With number 15 already mad and wanting his revenge.
Your first mistake was listening to Michelle Smallman.
I don't even know who she is. Who is she?
So I mean, there are certain peoples that you just like from ESPN. When they start talking, I just go, roll my eyes. Charlie Brown teacher, you know, and one of them is Michelle Smallman, and the other is Stephen A. Smith.
Couldn't have told you who she was.
Yeah. Basically, whenever I'm listening to the weekend radio deal, and if they've got people this time of year, she gets a lot of airtime. When she's on there, I'll figure out something else to do.
And it's
people probably say that about me. You know,
the Chiefs. Look, the Chiefs will finish second in their division at worst this year. Just how it's going to be. If Patrick Mahomes stays healthy. If he stays healthy. We're rewatching the Tech Kansas State game of last year. This one was crazy to me. He was in.
Okay.
They called Caleb Douglas out. Then they reviewed it. That's what irritates me. Not when calls are missed on the field, but when they slow it down and then miss ones that are clear. Clear and convincing. Indisputable evidence.
Indisputable video evidence.
That was a touchdown.
I didn't say it wasn't.
They didn't call it that way though. That's where my irritation is.
Where was the ball when his torso hit?
Across the plane.
Okay.
That's all. Anyway. They got the touchdown right after this, though. But CD was robbed of one. It is the bottom line. We will bring you most interesting facts of the day next on 100.7 Score.
getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
It is time for the most interesting facts of the day, brought to you by Dos Equis. And the most interesting man in the world.
That's Chois Woodman.
That is Chris Snead. I'm Chois Woodman. Y'all keep your thoughts coming in on the...
Why is it not Lucas White?
Yates Flooring Center chat
He's
line.
pretty dang interesting.
He could be the most interesting man in the world. That guy seems Colombian. Could be. Who knows? Snead, did you know that the Detroit Tigers did something that has not been done in Major League Baseball since 1935? They did this last night. Pretty rare feat.
What did they do?
They scored in every single inning in which they batted and allowed no runs in every inning that they pitched.
Oh. So they won a minimum of 9-0.
I wish it was 9-0. They won 14-0.
Oh.
But that is the first time that has happened since 1935, that a team has scored in every inning they batted. The reason it's not 9 innings, because they
that's right.
They were at home.
They're home.
They only batted in 8 innings.
Okay.
But still, first time that's been done since 1935. That's kind of surprising.
That is surprising that's only happened. I mean, because we've seen some teams get beat down.
Yeah, but usually it doesn't turn into a shutout.
I mean,
it's
that's just
23-3 or something. It's not 14-0. Sorry, Lucas.
Hey, it's okay. They're playing right now. The Tigers are up 7-0.
Oh,
It's
wow.
now 7-7.
Oh.
Let's go.
Almost came back.
Snead, did you know
Probably didn't.
Jordan Romano leads the Angels in saves in 2026?
I did not know that.
Jordan Romano also leads the Rockies in saves in 2026.
I definitely did not know that.
Jordan Romano has 8 total saves. Shows how it's been for those teams.
Oh, my Lord.
8 saves, and he leads both teams.
Oh.
2026.
Oh.
Not ideal. Not ideal, Bob. Snead, did you know people who are colorblind are less likely to be picky eaters?
Probably because they can't, they see green on their plate and just go, ugh.
I don't know. My kid is colorblind. My oldest is at least semi-colorblind.
But I mean, like the greens and blues go together
still
and the reds and oranges go together, right? Reds and yellows. Isn't that how that happens?
There's different chromatic thing. I don't know. Speaking of colorblindness, Snead, did you know tigers look orange to humans because we are trichromats, but they appear green to deer and wild boars because they are dichromats?
Okay.
So a tiger looks green in the green foliage.
Oh.
To a deer.
That's dangerous.
Yeah. There's a reason they don't see them. They're orange to us, though. And I'm pretty sure tigers are dichromats as well. So when one tiger sees another, they're green.
What do they see when they see us?
Food.
That's the right answer.
That's not the right answer.
Well, you're orange right now, so you're green.
What's with this? It's just a shirt.
That's orange sherbet. That's the color.
I got this at the Lacoste outlet.
At the outlet?
Yeah.
That's what's up. I'm an outlet shopper.
Well, I mean, we were down there for the vacation.
Sure.
And then
hit it up.
The wife said, "Hey, I'd like to go over there and just check out one little thing. You want to touch me again?"
I feel the material there.
And the funny part, she says, "I just need to get like a pair of shoes and like." I think that we walked out of the outlet store that day. She had a new purse. I had 2 new pairs of shoes. I think I had like 4 shirts. They had a Fabletics outlet there. That's dangerous for me.
Same here.
Yeah.
Snead, did you know the word almost is the longest common word in the English language to have all of its letters in alphabetical order?
Almost!
No, it really is. Snead, did you know
Abracadabra.
Snead, did you know Viagra, when dissolved in water, can make cut flowers stay upright for a week longer than they usually would? It's a fact. Most interesting facts of the day. I didn't use the other word. Didn't feel right there.
But it's a scientific term.
It sure is. And we've got commercials that use it like 3 times in one commercial, so that's all right.
I mean, I knew where you were going with that.
Uh-huh. But it's true. I actually want to... I was going to say I want to try this. I don't have access to that pill.
Sildenafil?
I was going to say, can I borrow some from your medicine cabinet?
Don't need it.
Okay.
What do they say?
Snead.
Strong like bull.
Snead, did you know Spiketon's... We need football season to get here so badly. We need it. Did you know Spiketon studded dog collars date back to the days of the ancient Greeks, who would give their sheepdogs sharp spiked collars to protect their necks from wolves while they watched over a shepherd's flock at night.
How about that?
That's kind of cool.
How about that?
I just thought they originated in the hood. I didn't know it.
In the
It started with the shepherds and the ancient Greeks. I mean, where else are you seeing a spiked dog collar? Seriously.
I mean,
It's a...
I disagree with you.
Okay.
I
You got one in your hood?
No.
Okay.
I don't have one in my hood, but I've lived in a hood where there has been one, and it wasn't in the hood.
Okay.
It was downtown suburbia where it was.
I stand corrected.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Snead, did you know in 1969 a musician named Jim Sullivan recorded an album called UFO, which featured strange lyrics about leaving his family and being abducted by aliens? He disappeared 6 years later without a trace. The only evidence left behind was a car found on a desert road. And no one has heard of him from him since. 1969. There are aliens.
That's the year I was born.
Is it really?
Yeah. I'm a child of the 60s.
I did not know you were a child of the 60s. Wow.
July 19th, 1969.
That's
I was
why you're
born the
so
day
hippie.
before they landed on the moon.
I was wondering why you're such a hippie. Texter sent their grocery getter picture.
That's not a grocery getter, man.
And then their everyday driver.
That's a grocery getter right there. That's a grocery getter.
Well, they call it the grocery getter for the big old
That right
Astro
there,
type van.
that's a sport utility vehicle right there. That
That's a
right
van.
there, that's a grocery getter.
El Jefe said to the texter, humble brag to show off a clean garage.
Yeah, my garage doesn't look like that.
Yeah, mine doesn't either.
My barn doesn't look like. My barn's in bad shape right now.
Yeah, I'm the same way. All right, y'all continue to pour in thoughts, comments,
anyone's
questions
needing
on the
some,
Yates Flowing Center chat line.
I've got a set of 4 truck tires. I need to get sold. They got like 8,000 miles on them.
All right, man. I don't think we have the same size.
No, these are. Remember my old truck? These are before I got the big tires put on them. These are the tires that came off of it.
Yeah,
and they only have like 8,000 miles on them, so I need to sell them. They've been in my garage for like a year.
Did you see maybe the worst uniforms in NFL history?
Oh no.
You have not seen the Bills uniforms?
Oh no.
Probably should have saved this for Jamie, but it's okay.
What do we do here? What are we doing?
These, I mean, they're pretty atrocious. I don't even know what's going on with the helmet.
What the heck is that?
I'm telling you, it's
Is
got
that
to
a
be top
bull-
5 or bottom
That's
5 uniforms
terrible.
of all time. And the
That's-
helmet,
I like the color of the helmet.
the color of the helmet's fine,
If
but
the
what is
color of the
going
helmet,
on with
if
the
they
helmet?
would put the Bills
The
logo
actual bill on it, yeah.
with that, what is that thing? That looks like a UFL team. That looks like that's
exactly
that's
what
like
it
an
looks like.
AAF team. In fact, the AAF San Antonio Brahmas looked like that.
And then they're all grays, which take it or leave it. That's fine, but I don't know, just something about that uniform.
That's not good. That's
but
awful.
the problem is the Bills have some of the best uniforms already in
I
the NFL.
will never forgive them for going away from the red helmet.
Oh, I think they need to bring that back.
The red helmet with
an
the blue
alternate.
face mask, the Joe Ferguson end of career Joe Ferguson helmets, those were sweet. Those were unique. And the reason they got rid of them is they didn't win anything in them.
Snead,
Yeah.
they still haven't won anything in a uniform.
Wow. Choice Woodman
Jamie's not here.
catching strays for
Jamie's not here, so have a great rest of your day, Snead.
I will do that.
I think you and I are hanging next week at Texas
Tuesday.
Tech Media Day.
Yeah, Media Day. Let's go get some media.
For Chris Snead, Evelyna, Lucas, I'm Chois Woodman. This has been The Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score. Head to Double T 97.3 for Tech Talk next.
This has been the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 100-7thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.